Hey everyone, this is your girl Sharifa, aka Shree, and welcome to the I'm Good podcast, or in better words, the I Feel Good podcast. If you are new here, welcome to the family. This is a podcast where I explore topics on mental health, physical health, nutrition, and everything in between. So if you're trying to get right and stay right mentally, this is definitely the place you want to be. And wait, before I begin, here's some quick info. Why did I name this podcast I'm Good? Simple. Because as people, from a cultural standpoint, whether we are down or happy, our favorite response to friends, families, or strangers is I'm good, even if we're not. It's completely normal not to feel happy all the time, but in the midst of whatever you go through, the saying I'm good can elaborate to so many different meanings. So yes, this is the place to be, whether you are down, happy, excited, and everything in between. I'm here to dish out knowledge, talk about current topics, and of course, lift you up. So feel free to go ahead and subscribe, share this podcast, leave a review, and tell a friend. Now let's go ahead and get started on today's show. Hey guys, if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. And let me explain to you really quick. First of all, for starters, it's free. Yes, I said it's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And I know most of you guys have a phone or computer, so it's so easy. Anchor will also distribute your podcast for you. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So make sure you download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Hey everybody, welcome back to the I'm Good podcast. If you are new here, what's good? What's poppin'? Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. And for my I'm Good fam listeners, what's good? What's poppin'? Welcome back to the I'm Good podcast. All of you guys, my new listeners, my old listeners, my listeners who strayed away and came back, what's good? Listen, I love y'all. Y'all keep me rocking. Listen, I just love this. I love it all. So thank you guys so much once again for tuning in. And if this is your first time listening, I'm hoping this is not your last time. So let me repeat that. If this is your first time listening, please do not let it be your last time listening. Oh yes, and also too, this podcast is sponsored by www.allthingsshree.com, where there is apparel that is meant to uplift, inspire you, and keep you pushing and moving into the direction that you want to go. So make sure you guys go ahead and check out www.allthingsshree.com while you listen to this podcast. You can multitask. Well, most of us can do, but most of us can't. But make sure you guys go ahead and check out www.allthingsshree.com and use your special promo code I'm Good Fam to get 10% off your entire order. Yes, this is a special promo code for my I'm Good Fam listeners. Make sure you use your promo code I'm Good Fam to get 10% off your entire order. Also, too, if you are listening to this on an Apple device, make sure you guys go ahead and leave a rating and review. If you don't leave a review, you can certainly leave a rating. So it's just some stars you got to click 1 through 5. If you want to leave a review, that is even better. Make sure you guys go ahead if you have not done so. If you're listening to this podcast right now and you know you have not done it, especially my I'm Good fam listeners, like my constant listeners, hopefully you guys went ahead, especially the ones with Apple devices. Hopefully you guys have went ahead and left a rating review. And if not, you still got time. You can do it right now. If you are using another platform, whether that's Spotify, whatever it may be, however you're listening to this, Anchor, whatever it may be, you can still leave some type of, I know every podcast platform is different, so you can leave, a review on whatever that platform is. But the one that is, I would say, most familiar, or a lot of people tend to use, is like Apple Podcasts, and that also helps with the podcast to grow in ranks when you listen to it or leave a rating review within like the Apple Podcast world. But shout out to my other listeners who are listening to this podcast on other platforms, whether that's Spotify, Google, Amazon. Listen, we are everywhere. Listen, We global, baby. We are global. So yes, y'all, make sure you guys go ahead and leave me a review, whatever platform that you're using. But if you're listening to this on an Apple device, an Apple iPhone, tablet, MacBook, whatever it may be, go ahead and make sure that you go ahead and leave me a rating review, and it will be greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Also, too, thank you so much to everyone who has checked out our midweek roll call. If you are not familiar with it, go ahead and check it out. All of the episodes are under a minute, so you'll be good there. You'll definitely be good. It's a really good, really, really, really quick podcast episode, but I did that on purpose, so you'll definitely see why I did it that way. So make sure you guys go ahead and leave a review. Make sure you guys go ahead and listen to those episodes. We have tons of episodes. I've been doing the midweek roll call since October, so they're released every Wednesday. So tons and tons and tons and tons of episodes. So make sure you guys go ahead and binge listen to those episodes, as well as binge listen to these podcast episodes. Like, if there's like a podcast episode that you miss, or you feel like you need to kind of refresh yourself on, or just kind of rejuvenate yourself, reboost yourself, make sure you guys go ahead, just pick out whatever episode that you want and just go ahead and listen. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I do that for myself with this podcast and even other podcasts. I will go back to podcasts that I've listened to already, and I'll just re-listen to them, because the one thing that is kind of special about us as humans and just our entire mind is that no matter how many times you may hear something, oftentimes you'll end up picking up something else. So we are all in different stages of our life, and depending on what your mood is at the moment, you might be having a good day. So when you listen to a podcast episode, when you're having that good day, something that might stick out to you may not stick out to you as if you were having like a bad day, whatever it may be. So just like books, if you continue to read books, whatever, if you read them over and over again, because you're constantly growing, you may find things that may be more important to you than they were before. So just think about that. Like, have you ever reread something or re-listened to something and you like, yo, this is hitting? Or if you listen to a song, a good example, me listening to songs when I was younger about heartbreak and stuff like that when I was a child, I didn't know what I was listening to. Like, for instance, Destiny's Child, like, because I keep hearing this on TikTok, Destiny's Child, pay my bills. Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bills? And I was singing that at like, 7, 8 years old, talking about, can you pay my bills? I ain't have no bills. But now when I listen to the song, I'm like, ooh, I got where y'all coming from. Can you pay my bills? Let me stop singing. Yeah. So as you grow older, and it's just normal, as you grow, different things will stick out to you. So if you got to go back and listen to some of these previous episodes, go ahead and do that. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to go back and, have a pen and paper or a notebook, take notes, go ahead and do that. If you want to put the notes on your notepad on your phone, go ahead and do that by any means. Listen, get the information that you need, because knowledge is power and knowledge is key. And that's the only way you can grow and move forward, is when you continuously learn to invest in yourself, invest in your mind, invest in your health, and overall, just invest in yourself. So yes, y'all. So today's episode, I want to talk about glowing up. Like, I just love that word, like glow up, like the glow up. And a lot of times we think of glow ups like during the summer, like the summer glow up, or we think of a glow up after like a heartbreak, like, oh, okay, I broke up with him, And I say for girls, a lot of us females, we use the word glow up. I don't know if men really use the word glow up. I mean, they can't, but I know us females, like, I'll use it like, oh, I'm going to glow up. Like, a lot of females kind of tend to use this word a lot, especially like when it comes to like a breakup or something. They be like, yo, I'm done with him, so I'm about to glow up. So I want to talk about not heartbreak or anything like that. That's not what this podcast is about. This is not what this podcast episode is about. Now, I could talk about different topics like that. You guys can certainly let me know. But this podcast episode, I want to talk about how to glow up by eating certain foods. So I'm going to talk about different foods that you can eat to help you glow up. So there's a whole side of things. There's a whole bunch of things that you can do to glow up. But listen, baby, it starts within. So if you glow up from within, honey, you gonna shine from without. Does that make sense? If you shine from within, you shine. Y'all get what I'm saying. So I want to talk about foods that you can eat to help you glow up, or to just glow you up, period, to make you feel good, to make you just overall just feel like the baddie that you are. And for my fellas, for my guys, to make you just feel great, okay? Feel good, feel whatever. If you know, for my females, feel beautiful. For my guys, feel handsome, whatever it may be. So I'm talking about 10 foods that you can eat starting today or tomorrow, whatever. Go to the grocery store. These are some foods that you can eat to help you glow up, to make you feel good, to give you that energy, to make you feel like to make you feel popping again. So if you've been feeling down, you're like, I need to be popping because I know I'm popping. And if you are listening to this, you are popping, okay? You are a boss. You are all of the above. You are important. You deserve to be here. You are love, okay? So listen, make sure you guys get your pen and paper, and we're going to go ahead and get started on 10 foods to eat to help you glow up, period. The first food on my list, and I talk about it all the time, probably because I love this food, and I don't know what it is, but it just makes me feel so good inside. The first one on my list is pineapples. I know for my avid I'm Good listeners, you guys probably like, if this girl talk about pineapples one more time. No, y'all. Pineapples for me personally, like, they make me feel so good. I don't know what it is, but a lot of times when my body feels like gunky, or I'm like, I need to reset or reboost, I will literally go to the store, and what I buy is I buy the can of Dole pineapple juice. And my mother know, because I put her on to this too. Well, did I put her on? Well, I know she buys it now. But yeah, I think I did put her on. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, so I even told her about it. But what I typically do is I buy a Dole pineapple can, the Dole pineapple can juice. And Dole, I've tried other pineapple juices from Aldi's and other stores. I even tried Libby's. I don't care for it. It's something about Dole pineapple juice. And then what I do is I'll get the Dole pineapple juice, I'll open it up, and I'll put it in mason jars. I love mason jars. I love I just love mason jars. I love drinking out of them. I love putting food in them. So I'll just put the pineapple juice in the mason jars, and then I'll keep them in my fridge for about 10 days. Now, for me, I use pineapple juice for smoothies. So my favorite, boost smoothie or get up and go out, whatever smoothie is, I do strawberries. I do frozen strawberries, and I do pineapple juice. I don't know what it is, but listen, it get your girl feeling like she on and popping. I'm ready to take over the world. So if you ever having a bad day, whatever, if you're not allergic, whatever, try some frozen strawberries with some pineapple juice. So I usually do I do a cup of pineapple juice and a cup of frozen strawberries. You can add in a little water or whatever it may be to kind of, it depends on the thickness of how you want the smoothie, because it'll be very thick. Listen, you're going to feel good. So the first one on my list is pineapples. And so you can eat them raw, obviously, raw pineapples. You could put them in salads. You could do juicing. So I talked about juicing on one of my previous podcast episodes. So there's a lot of things that you can do with pineapples. But listen, that's the first one on my list. It's pineapples, pineapple juice, however you want to do it. Listen, mark my words. Pineapples will make you feel good. The next one on my list is kale. Kale is an awesome food. So many benefits, just so many great benefits. And I've discussed this too before, but kale is another great food, and kale can be eaten in so many different ways. You can put kale in salads. You can put kale in smoothies, something that I used to love. And I got to get back into doing this. I used to make, you know what it was? I had too many kale chips. So another really, really tasty, type of food, if you like potato chips, is try kale chips. And I'm not talking about store-bought kale chips. I'm talking about your own kale chips. So what I would do would be that I will buy a bag of kale, and then I will put it in in a colander, wash it off, cut off the little stems, and then I would get, I believe, oil. No, it was apple cider vinegar. You know what, y'all? I forgot. I haven't made it in 3 years. I think it was oil or apple cider vinegar, and then I would put salt and pepper on it, sea salt, and then I'll put it in the oven for maybe 10 minutes, whatever, and it'll come out crispy. I forgot. But bomb, especially if you're addicted to potato chips and you I need something, to cut out the potato chips. Try your homemade kale chips. Bomb. And you can look it up on Google, Pinterest. They'll have different ways you can do it. You could probably put it in an air fryer now that I think about it. But yes, so kale is another really, really, really good food, superfood, whatever you want to call it, high antioxidants, whatever. Another really, really great food to help you feel good. The next one on my list, which is very similar, is spinach. Spinach, same thing. Spinach, you can add that to smoothies. You can, salad, smoothies, salads. There's so many different ways you can cook spinach. Spinach is also another good food that will help you feel good. Also, too, with kale and spinach, it is high in fiber. So if you feel like you stopped up or you haven't used the bathroom, number two, because a lot of times if you haven't number two or whatever it may be, like, you will feel sluggish because you got a lot of that junk in you. So if you feel like you're kind of slow down in that area, you need to boost it up a little bit naturally. Kale, foods such as kale, spinach, those are high in fiber. So that's another way to kind of clean you out. And then a lot of times when you do get rid of that, stuff in your body, or gunk, I will say, in your body, a lot of times you do feel a lot lighter and you feel a lot heavier. So it's a natural thing. It's nothing to be scared about. Number one or number two, nothing to be scared about. It's natural. It's natural. It's life. It's human nature. Okay. Is it human? Yes. It's natural. So kale and spinach. So from the top, pineapples, kale, and spinach. Number 4 on my list, as I mentioned earlier with the pineapples, is that I mentioned strawberries. Strawberries, another good food to add to your diet, to give you that boost, to make you feel good, to make you glow up. You can add strawberry slices to your water. So you can do water, lemon, and strawberries. You could put that in your water. You can do strawberry smoothies. You could put that in your salad. Listen, this is literally some glow up foods. Like, I'm putting you guys on. I guarantee after you eat these foods, you're going to be like, wait, what? Like, you're going to be looking at yourself like, I am popping. Not that you're not popping right now, but sometimes sometimes we just need a little bit of reassurance. So sometimes we got to tweak a little things in our lives, because sometimes even ourselves, we be looking at ourselves like, what are we doing? But if you feel like you've been off of alignment and you need to get back on alignment, really try to look into, like, what is it that I'm doing? Is it something that I should cut off, or something that I should continue to keep doing with something that has worked for me in the past? So strawberries is another really good food to help you feel good. And it has there's a lot of great benefits of strawberries. It's a feel good food. Just another powerful food to add to your diet. The 5th one on my list is, I love these, are avocados. Listen, I love me some avocados. So my favorite is that I typically get this bread from Aldi's. It's like a seeded bread. I put it in the toaster, and then I cut an avocado, put some sea salt, a little lemon juice, and I put it on my toast, baby, honey. Keeps me full for like at least, I want to say 3 or 4 hours, and it just makes me feel good. So a breakfast that I used to eat, I haven't had it in a while, but I would do like toast and avocado with pineapple juice. Y'all, loved it. Two feel good types of foods. But I didn't eat that as much because I am a diabetic. So with the pineapple juice and strawberries, even though it is healthy, it is a lot of carbohydrates, and with diabetes, you got to watch out with the carbs. You don't want to have too many carbs. So, I had to kind of break it up, and I had to stop doing the toast and the pineapple juice and stuff like that because of the high carb content. But if you don't have diabetes, go for it. But if you do have diabetes, you can still eat like that. But I would just say, just try to watch your carb intake and just make sure you give yourself enough insulin, or take your medicine, whatever it may be, to make sure that your blood sugar doesn't spike. But yes, avocados, awesome food. And obviously guacamole is avocados just chopped up with added things in it. So you can always take an avocado, you can mash it up and sprinkle different seasonings. I would say try Mrs. Dash, especially if you're trying to cut back on sodium, or you're trying to, look into eating a heart healthy diet. So Mrs. Dash. And if you don't know, DASH stands for, in the medical world, it stands for a dietary approach to stop hypertension. So a lot of times, if you're not familiar with it, the DASH diet is used to help people to prevent hypertension or high blood pressure. So the medical term is hypertension, but the common word that we use is high blood pressure. So Mrs. Dash, there are so many different seasons that they have now. Like lemon pepper, spice something, I don't know. But you can find it pretty much at most food stores, I want to say. But definitely at Walmart. They definitely sell it at Walmart. So, so avocado is very tasty. Some people I know this girl I used to work with will literally, for her snack, will cut open an avocado and just peel it and eat it back. whatever, may be. Avocado also too, if you're looking to build muscle, you're trying to build abs, trying to build glutes, whatever it may be, avocados is another great food to add to your diet to help, you to gain those muscles in those areas, to help boost the muscles, because in order for your muscles to grow, you do need protein. So yes, number 6 on my list are whole grains. Whole grains are another really, really good food to add to your diet to help you grow up. To help you grow up. That too, to help you grow up. But to help you glow up, whole grains includes things such as oats, quinoa, brown rice, all of those things. You can add those to your diet. Those are foods that will make you feel good. Those are foods where you won't feel as stuffed. Those are complex carbohydrates. So that means is that it breaks down in a different way versus simple carbohydrates. So if you are a diabetic and you're consuming simple carbohydrates, more than likely your blood sugar is going to spike and go into the 200s, 300s, whatever it may be, especially if you're a type 1 diabetic like me. So you want to focus on whole grains. Your oats, you can do oatmeal, overnight oats, whatever it may be. You could do brown rice, quinoa, high in protein. So yes, you want to choose whole grains. The number 7 on my list is you want to focus on lean proteins. Now I'm not a fan of protein. I'm not a fan of protein. I'm not a fan of chicken or anything like that. And I think I've said this before, but I currently have my master's in nutrition. And about 2 years ago, in one of my courses for nutrition, we had to read a chapter. We were just reading chapters, whatever. And in the one chapter, it said that people who were diagnosed with cancer were told not to eat any meat because meat can lead to cancer. I read that and I said, oh, no, baby, no. And it's excuse me. And yet we're still feeding people this stuff. And there's so many people there's still so many people who are diagnosed with cancer, who have passed from cancer. And I'm like, excuse me. But that's a whole nother rant. So I'm not pro chicken, pro anything. No. If that's what you want to eat by any means, I would say focus more on the lean type of protein. So you want to make sure that it's baked. Don't really eat anything fried if you can avoid it. So focus on baked. Focus on baked or broiled. So, if you did come to me and needed suggestions on a meal plan, I wouldn't be like, oh, take away the meat. No, I wouldn't say that. Everybody, is entitled to doing what they want to do with their own body. So I wouldn't say that. But for me personally, once I read that, I said, baby, no. So for me, I am a pescatarian, and I've been a pescatarian for I think it's been 4 years. I think I mentioned before. I gotta look at my book. I did write it down, but I'm a pescatarian, so I typically eat fish, but I do one day, even though it's a little difficult, I do want to go fully into a plant-based diet, full-blown plant-based. Full-blown plant-based. I said full-blown plant-based. That's not a word. So, fish and lean protein, that's another way to help you glow up. So like I said, you want to do your chickens and whatever it may be, focus more on a lean type and try to stick with baked, and then also fish. So salmon, like I said, make sure you're not frying that or anything like that, because then you're not going to be glowing up. Instead, you're going to be feeling depressed and moody and all that. We're here to glow up. The next one on my list is berries. So similar to, like I said, strawberries, but the group of berries, your blueberries, your raspberries, strawberries, whatever it may be, these are all high antioxidants. No, not only will you be killing free radicals and all that other good stuff, it also will help you feel good, and also will clean out your system. So if you're having problem going number 2, if you've been feeling gooky and you need to get rid of some stuff in your intestines, blueberries are very high in fiber. Berries are very high in fiber. So you can put blueberries on your oatmeal. You can make a smoothie. You can put it in a salad. You could do whatever you want to do with it. So, so berries is another great food to eat and to incorporate into your diet to help you glow up. You can always eat them as a snack. You can freeze them. There's so much that you can do with them. So, listen, they sell frozen blueberries. You can put it in a Ziploc bag. And if you're at work, whatever it may be, you can eat them while you're at work and they'll still be cold or frozen. Or you can always, I think they say typically with frozen. See, I'm not really a huge fan of buying frozen fruit and then unthawing it and then putting it in the fridge to eat. Like, I'm not a huge fan. I know you can microwave fruit and stuff like that. I haven't really done it, so I can't really say I'm not a huge fan, but I don't really do it. Typically, if I get something frozen, it stays frozen, or what I'll do is I'll buy something fresh and then I freeze it. But yeah, so berries is another good food. Number 9 on my list is almonds. So nut category, but almonds. So, another great source of protein, excellent, awesome benefits. So, like almonds is a great way to snack. You can put them in a baggie and put them in, snack on them, like during your lunch break, whatever it may be. Just normal snacking. You can give them to your kids. They're great for you. You can put them in salads. You can put them in smoothies. There's so much that you can do with almonds and stuff like that. And then also, too, if you ever get stuck and you're not sure exactly where to put food, you can always Google it, Pinterest it, TikTok it, YouTube it. And there's so many recipes out there on how to basically make different foods in different ways. Number 10, the last one on my list is... I couldn't even get it out. The last one on my list... the last food on my list to help you glow up is not a food. Instead, this is a drink. And the drink is a water. It's not really a drink, but yes, water. So water, listen, y'all, I have a gallon jug. And I have a gallon jug because I was doing a transformation challenge with these celebrity trainers called, their names are Kathy and Luther Freeman. So I had did the program with my friend a while back, and one of the things about the program is that we have to drink a gallon of water. So listen, y'all, water is going to be your best friend. Let go of the pop, let go of the juice, let go of it. Water will be your best friend. If you got to buy you a cute jug, like my jug is cute. Like it's a big pink jug and it has like different little markers that I never follow. So it's like 7 a.m. Girl, you got this. 8 a.m. I don't follow that. I just try to drink as much as I can. So get you a cute jug, for my fellas, for my guys. You might not even care about a cute jug, whatever it may be. But get you something that's going to make you feel good about drinking the water. Get like an attractive bottle, like something that's cute or whatever it may be. You could do the rubber band method. I did that where every time I drank a certain amount, I would put the rubber band on my hand. So that would basically indicate like, oh my gosh, I finished a gallon of water today once all the rubber bands were off of the jug and I had to keep refilling it. So listen, water will definitely help you glow up. It will help clear your skin. Like it just will also flush out your body of toxins. It will clean you out. And then also too will help you feel good mentally. So I hope you guys definitely take some of this information and implement it somewhere in your life to help you glow up. Listen, feel free to share this podcast, tell someone about these different foods. If you know someone who's been feeling down or just haven't really been their self or just, need that extra boost, or maybe you got a friend or family member, whoever, and y'all both want to do this together, whatever it may be. Listen, go ahead and share this podcast episode. Send them your notes. And listen, I want to see y'all glow up. And that's on period. We are here to glow up. That's the point of this podcast, is to glow up. So when we say that we good, we really good. So when somebody say, how are you doing? You be like, I'm good. But you literally be good. Like, yes, that's the whole point. We actually want to be good and not just say, I'm good, even if we're not. So we want to be like, I'm good. So y'all, this week's quote of the week is, self-care is how you take your power back. Let me say that again. Self-care is how you take your power back. Okay? Get it back. Okay? Get it back. All right, y'all. Thank you. All right, y'all. You already know what time it is. All right. So let me get this. All right, I'm good, fam. We are now at the end of this week's show, and I hope this information was helpful, insightful, and everything in between. And for my new listeners, make sure you guys come back. Do not forget to go ahead and subscribe to the I'm Good podcast. Share this podcast on whatever it may be. If it's on wherever it may be, share this podcast, leave a review, and tell a friend. Thank you guys once again so much for tuning in to the I'm Good podcast. And I will see all of you beautiful people next week. Bye-bye.